grew up right down the road from here, across the border, in Westchester County. Don't hold that against me. In a little town called Briarcliff Manor. Doesn't it sound lovely? Next to Pleasantville. And my wife and I, Suzanne, and I have a son, as I said. His name is Hudson. You can guess why. The Hudson River was an important place for my mom and my dad. In my dad's final days before he died, they spent a lot of time after he retired down on the Hudson watching the sunset over the Palisades. Much like this coffee house of 25 years, my dad worked for 40 years at IBM, and you don't find that anymore. And I was grateful because he never had to travel into the city like many folks in this area. He didn't have to ride the train in. He worked pretty nearby, 10, 15 minutes away. And it was always a gift because he was always around. He always came to my cross-country meets and came to my musical events. Even when I started playing music full-time, my first record came out when I was 24. And I picked up and I moved from college to Seattle, Washington, where again, I knew nobody. There's a theme. My dad said, "Go, son." And I don't think he fully understood what I was talking about until about 3 years. And he said, "Wow, you're not kidding with this, are you? This music thing, this is really what you want to do?" And I said, "Yeah, it is." And from then on, he was always supportive. One of the things that I did while I was on sabbatical, which is because this is what you want to do when you're on sabbatical, is clean your attic. It was about 8 years coming, and there was a project, as you know, if you do any remodeling on your home, to get to one project, there's 12 steps to get to it. So to put can lights in our step-down room, I had to clean the attic because you can't put lights in if you can't get to the floor above. And so I have spent the last 2 months cleaning my attic. And I won't say that I am a keeper of many things, but I am a keeper of many things. And so it required me going through many boxes and every single photograph that I have kept from the 45 years of life, down to my baby pictures, lots of college pictures. And it's been great because it put me in contact with lots of people that I had not been in contact with. Because I got to take a picture of that and send it to them because they're going to laugh out loud. And they did. Mainly at me for having long hair down to here. He said, "Man, what were you thinking?" I said, "I don't know, I have no idea." But it was great because I found a lot of things from my dad as well, and plaques and things from his time at IBM, which are all good. They were all good things. But he's gone now. I think to myself, my dad was around most of the time, except the occasional trip when he went to Japan. He went to Japan a lot of times, and I remember very, very specifically in those years that he was traveling to Japan a lot, where I made the joke, my brother and I, my older brother Rob, who's 3.5 years older than me, we would make the joke, Rent-A-Dad, call Rent-A-Dad because Dad's gone. We need a Rent-A-Dad, a Rent-A-Dad. We used to say that all the time, and I can only imagine the pain that caused him. And I think to myself, am I doing the exact same thing to my son right now? Doing what I'm called to do. And that makes you think differently about when you're home. Makes you think differently about the time that you spend with your children and the people that are important in your lives. The people people that are directly right in front of you, sitting across the table from you. We have a rule at the dinner table: no toys at the dinner table. And Hudson said, okay, no phones at the dinner table. I said, amen, brother. This is a song for him, about where he came from. Your grandfather showed me how to speak true, but rarely used words to show it. I always knew by how strong his house stood, while the seasons around him were changing. After 40 long years as a company man, there was little to show at the very end. All those years lost in a long paper trail, but his real legacy is he loved us well. And when I think of home in this story I write, it's full of stone, water, wood, and light. When I was younger, foolish and free, I built my own castle aimlessly. It was drafty and cold, full of cracks that leaked, and no fire I lit would bring enough heat. But then your mom came along and she wrecked my heart. She tore down each wall in my story. She drenched the fires that burned. It quenched my thirst, clearing some room for glory. And when I think of home in this story I write, it's full of stone, water, wood, and light. Now there's a dog at my feet as I rock you to sleep under this magnolia tree. It's weathering well through these storms, and soon enough you'll explore all its branches, probably climbing higher than we agree. Fly into this dark world on your own. Of all the things handed down, I hope you will know the light of God's love will never leave you alone. So when you think of home in this story you write, let it be a stone, water, wood, and light. Stone,